Hey guys, I'm here at Goddard's Fit Body Boot Camp and I got some cool new pieces of equipment with me. Check these out. Brand new shiny red branded equalizers. We had equalizers before, but we didn't have red ones with our name on it, and now we do. Why? Because on Saturday we were lucky enough to have Mark from the Equalizer Fitness company. He is the owner, he is the creator, and he came right to our gym in Goddard and trained our Goddard staff, our Kincardine staff, and the staff of Limitless Performance in Kitchener-Waterloo on 101 different ways to use these bad boys, and some pretty cool other things to do, stretches, warm-ups with them as well. We've been testing them out all day long. I'm hanging out with them here. Hey guys, Coach Melissa here at Goddard's Fit Body Boot Camp, and we're going to talk about nutrition. So we did this last week too. We talked about nutrition struggles, the top 10 nutrition struggles as identified by a lot of our members and followers, and I'm going to break a couple of them down and talk a little bit more about them today. So let's talk about weekends to begin with. A lot of people say that they struggle with the weekends because they're out of routine. That is usually the reason why people struggle so much on the weekend, is because from Monday to Friday they do fairly well in their routine, and then here's what happens. I actually told this story, and so did Coach Adrian on Friday. It's an analogy that we compared you guys to like a carpenter, okay? So if we think of a carpenter who's building a house, he spends all week, Monday to Friday, working hard, doing everything he can to make it perfect to build this house. And then Friday at 5 o'clock, after a long week, he lights the house on fire simply because he loves to watch it burn. And then when he comes back to work Monday morning, he has to clean up the mess that he caused. Now, the foundation is still there. It's not a total loss, but the frame is heavily damaged, and there's a lot of work to do to clean it up. It takes him most of Monday to clean it up, and then he basically starts all over again, and this pattern is repeated over and over again. And the message that we talked about on Friday, you guys, is this is very similar to a lot of people in their nutrition habits. They are very, very routine and structured and feeling pretty good about everything that they're doing as far as their health and fitness goes Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend they let everything go and throw caution to the wind, and then they don't feel so good over the weekend, and then they spend Monday feeling pretty sluggish and trying to get back to where they were. Those of us that have goals in mind, or those people that have fat loss goals in mind specifically, this is a major struggle for them, because it's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and you just feel like you can't really get anywhere. So like the carpenter, what we encourage our members to do is, don't burn down the house every weekend, especially when it comes to your nutrition. So how can you, still meet your goals when it comes to the weekends? And one piece of advice that I have is to somehow structure at least part of your weekend. If you see results by structuring through the week, then that is what needs to happen on the weekend, and maybe not all weekend, but maybe even just a few hours on a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe in the morning. Things like making a menu plan, making a meal plan, doing your grocery shopping and your meal prep to include the weekend days, Saturday and Sunday, so that you know what you're having ahead of time on those days as well. A lot of people work really hard to make sure they get enough water in throughout the week, and then on the weekend, because they're out of routine, that doesn't go so well. So figuring out a way to do that, maybe you don't have anything else to drink until you've got enough water in for the day, or maybe you set an alarm to remind you to drink water through the day, and when you are out drinking, making sure that you are also drinking water in between those other drinks as well. Planning out your day, as you know, through the week brings huge success. Time management is a key component to success. Taking control of your weekend, at least to some degree, is what will be necessary to be successful. A lot of people do their meal prep and their meal planning from Monday to Friday, but you still got to eat on Saturday and Sunday. And I'm not saying, that you can't go off the plan or you can't cheat or anything like that. This is real life. Of course you're going to do that. But having a plan and having some structure and routine to the majority of your time in all areas of life usually keeps us out of trouble and makes us more productive and successful. Can you spend a few hours, on Saturday or Sunday morning, making sure that you are feeling successful? And maybe, part of that is doing a workout Saturday and or Sunday morning before you begin with the rest of your day, getting up a little bit earlier to get in that 20 or 30 minutes, whether that is an at-home workout, whether that's, in here or at your gym. We have sessions at 8:20, 9 a.m. and 9:40, really before, much gets going on a Saturday morning, whether that's going out for a run, whether that's going for a swim, and then, having your good post-workout meal, maybe making a Saturday or a Sunday workout part of your routine is what you need to do, or at least being somewhat active on a Saturday and Sunday and scheduling that in. The time management is a key component, and if you know that you're successful because you prioritize your time and plan out your time and manage your time well through the week, then that's going to transfer over to the weekend, and that's what you need to do in order to be successful on the weekend as well. All right, let's also talk about sugar cravings today. A lot of people struggle with craving sugar, especially, in the afternoon or before bed. And often a lot of people aren't getting enough of the healthier sugars that you can find in fruit. So what I would recommend, at least to begin with, is to start doubling up on fruit and getting rid of some of those other unhealthier sugars. And I know a lot of people say, well, bananas. I've been told that I shouldn't eat bananas because they have too much sugar in them. Or I've been told, I should have red apples instead of green apples because green apples have, a lot less sugar. And you guys, for the majority of people, for the majority of our members and our followers, this, to me, is splitting hairs. If it comes down to having more fruit instead of a bag of chips or, a box of cookies, then you're making a better choice. Nobody has become obese or developed, lifestyle-related health problems because they ate too many bananas or they ate too many apples, okay? So keep that in perspective, use a little bit of common sense when it comes to, sugars. And yeah, there is sugar in fruit. There's also a lot of fiber. There's a lot of great phytonutrients and things that you're not going to find in a box of cookies or a bag of chips. So yes, I know that there's sugar in it, and if you're struggling with sugar cravings specifically, and it's chocolate versus bananas, every single time I'm going to recommend and highly recommend that you go for the banana. Double up on your fruit for a while, see if that helps with the sugar cravings. It might even help you to feel fuller longer because fruit has fiber in it. Okay, also making sure that you're getting enough protein throughout the day because a lot of people are hungrier later in the day because they haven't been getting enough protein, so their blood sugar is starting to drop. Making sure that you're getting protein at breakfast, as well as mid-morning, as well as at lunch, as well as mid-afternoon, should help to keep that blood sugar a little bit more stable and help to keep you feeling fuller longer. Okay, so the top 10 nutrition struggles, I just talked about 2 of them today on Nutrition News. I'd love to hear your tips too. How do you get through the weekend? How do you deal with your sugar cravings in a way that helps to keep you on track when it comes to your health and your fitness goals? One more thing I did want to talk about today. It's Monday, so yesterday, the 13th, was Nadine Vanden Heuvel's 32nd birthday. And if you haven't heard yet, she is offering a massive birthday sale here at Fit Body Bootcamp for members and for non-members. So if you've always, kind of thought about joining a fitness facility or our fitness facility, right now you can get a 12-month unlimited membership. Come as often as you like, every week for 12 months, $32 off our regular membership price. Members, if you are a member at Fit Body Bootcamp, this also applies to you. Whatever you are currently paying, you can take $32 off of our regular rate. So the common rate that we have here, we take $32 off of that. So it's $167 normally. Taking $32 off of that $167 gives you $135 membership per month, unlimited for an entire 12 months. This is a no-brainer, guys. There's 47 different sessions a week at Fit Body Bootcamp here in Goddard Jenkins Garden. Why wouldn't you? Now is the time. You get everything all the other VIPs get, and you get it for less. If you are a current member or a non-member, this ends tomorrow night. You have to have this. You have to have secured your spot in here by tomorrow night. So you want to email us at info@nvfitnessfbbc.com. You can also comment below on the bottom of this post and we will get a hold of you in the next 24 hours or so. This is Coach Melissa. I am in Goddard Fit Body Boot Camp with my cool new friends here. We're talking nutrition, and that's it for today. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.